Hello everyone, welcome to Stay Strong series. This is Shyam Mohan, National Executive Director, All India Youth for Christ. Stay Strong series. It's a very good caption, Stay Strong, and it's a request and also it is an affirmation for each and everyone, those who are listening and viewing this video. Who needs strength? Let the weak say, I am strong. That's one of the lines of the familiar chorus called Give Thanks. Now, today, we need to find what are the areas that we need a strength. Luke chapter 2:52 says Jesus grew up in all areas. What are those areas? The number one, the spiritual area. Number two, emotional area. Three is physical area. Four, mental area. Finally, the leadership area. All these areas needed a strength. Spiritual area is the priority and the foremost area that we need to focus every day in order to be strong and stay strong. Because that's where the presence and the power of God gives us a light about awareness about our lives and also our responsibilities. It's very important. One of the things we need to find our spiritual strength. Sometimes it may have a decreased or a dim in our faith and trusting God, or sometimes a sin can cause to have a dimness and dullness in our spiritual life. The emotional, which is the most factor about the stress factor, that we need to make sure that we de-stress in our emotional factors. The mental factors that we find that Paul writes, renew your mind every day without conforming to this world. The physical weaknesses where we find Isaiah chapter 40, 30 to 31, it says, even the youth go weary and tired, but those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength like an eagle. The leadership that we find, the fear factors, the external factors, disagreements, and always causes an insecurity and a challenging for us to take a right decision. Today, that I want to bring in a very short, with a limited time, that how can we strengthen this? John Maxwell said, if you do not take a choice to change your daily routine, and you will never get changed in your life what you want. The daily routines are very important. I remember some few years ago, there was an advertisement called, you made a right choice, baby. It is about the Pepsi cool drinks. The choice makes us a lot of difference. The book of Nehemiah 6:9, the Nehemiah says, they were all strong and trying to frighten us, saying that you cannot complete the building of the wall. But his response was, I prayed and asked God to give the strength. I want to conclude here in order to stay strong. It's a reliance on God, that trusting God is most important, and resilience, that enduring all the trials. Every time when we endure the trials, there is a new strength is introduced. That's where we need to find that enduring. Christian life does not guarantee problem-free life. In the midst of the problem, we need to realize and recognize the promise of God and the presence of God. Finally, we need to have that realization it is all because of God and that we can make it. That's where we find that Nehemiah had relying on God, and he endured through the project through the resilience, and also realizing in every step that God is with him, God has called him, and God is going to lead him. Finally, he gave that all thanks, the gratitude, rendering back to God what he has done. They always say, start your day an attitude with gratitude. That's where, once you make that choice, it is not you're alone, you are with God, and you will have a strength received by God, and you will continue to stay strong. Finally, I would like to conclude with the quote saying, people will hate us, people will rate us, and shake us and break us. But how strong you stay is what makes you. Blessings. Have a good day.